Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League, and I'm going to be playing Blue-Red Curve again. This brew has been a lot of fun. I'm working on it, and people have been posting good results with the deck. So I want to keep working on it and see what we can do with it. Maybe it'll, take down a challenge, or at least top eight a challenge at some point soon here if people continue to play it. But I think the deck is good, and I think it's getting more and more tuned. So before I go into the changes and what we're doing today, let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Throw a like on this video. You can even ring the bell to get notifications when my new videos come out. I release new content every day, so keep an eye out for that. And again, if you like my content, please support me. It helps me out. Thanks. Okay, so now this is just blue-red serpentine curve. It hasn't changed that crazy much. I mean, I think like my initial build of just basically curve pieces, frantic inventory, counter, preordain, and then lightning bolt scred is where you want to be. And then it's kind of like the filler after that, like how many bolts and screds do you play? How many flings and or teach by example, if any teach by example, do you play? The new thing we're trying today, which is kind of hidden here, is we're playing 4 Augur of Bolas. So we went down from 39 spells, 39 instant and sorceries, 0 creatures, 21 lands. So now we have 35 instant and sorceries, 4 creatures. So we did lower our count of spells for pieces of the puzzle, but we'll get into the math on that in a second. I do want to show that. And I think Augur of Bolas is just a really strong card, so I'm really interested to try it, especially when you have 35 spells in your deck. Augur is very likely to hit. So I think it's just good because it comes down on 2 and it's a good blocker, and it doesn't like necessitate you spending removal spells as early because like Augur can kind of get in the way, and it should hit most of the time. With 35 spells, we'll do the math on that in a second too, but Augur again should be a pretty solid hit most of the time. So 2 mana, 1/3, draw a card, and sometimes you have your choice of multiple cards is really strong. And then we can still just win with curve into fling or just make a big snake and attack. And sideboard remained, I think, exactly the same from the last league. 1 Giga Draws, 1 Dispel. We only have 1 Dispel in the main now to make room for Augurs, and that's why I'm down on Teach by example as well. It also just doesn't synergize that well with Augur, but I still like having 1 to be able to double snake, get another threat, and especially double fling in the late game can be really good. But yeah, 3 Hydroblast, 3 Pyro, 1 Echoing Truth, 1 Negate, 2 Fiery Cannonade, a Swirling Sandstorm, a Shenanigans, and 1 Flaring Pain for Prismatic Strands. But let's go into the math on pieces of the puzzle because it's actually pretty cool. All right, so here's our hypergeometric calculator that I was talking about. And this is actually pretty cool. I'm going to start using this a little bit more, I think, just because it's interesting to me. And if we take our population size, which is basically our deck size, our sample size, and then you take the number of successes in the population. So that means we're trying to find out pieces of the puzzle, basically our hits for pieces of the puzzle. And this is reveal the top 5, put up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from among them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. So that being the case, we have 35 hits out of 60, assuming our library is full. You can just assume your library is full because when you draw your natural hand and play the game, you'll draw a natural split of lands and spells based on the configuration of your library anyway. So you can just assume it's full when doing these calculations, at least as far as I know. And then we're saying a sample size is 5 because we're looking at 5 cards out of the sample when we play pieces of the puzzle. And then we need the number of successes in the sample. So this is basically what we're looking for. We want to hit 2 cards out of the 5. Out of the 35 cards in our deck, when we look at 5, we want at least 2 of them to be instants and sorceries. So when we calculate, now this is the percentage chances in that sample of hitting. So the bottom one is what you really want to look at. Cumulative probability of X being greater than or equal to 2. So this is basically saying, did we hit 2 or more instant and sorceries when we cast piece of the puzzle? We have a 90.9, so 91% chance to hit 2. So we're still very likely to hit 2. And then if you look at these other probabilities, what's our chance of basically being less than or equal to 2 is 35%. our chance of being less than 2, so of either hitting 1 or 0 spells with pieces of the puzzle, is 0.09. So it's 9%, which you would expect because the probability to hit 2 or more is 91. So the probability to hit less than 2 is the opposite, is 9%. So that's just pretty interesting. But now let's take it, if we didn't play Augur and we went back to 39, now we can look at the difference in our odds. It's just something nice to know. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell what's better or not, but now if we cut Augur and played 4 more spells, which is like what the build had before, now we have a 95.3% chance to hit 2 or more. So when you go up to 39 spells for pieces of the puzzle, you increase your chances of hitting 2 spells by about 5%, which is relevant, but both ways with pieces of the puzzle, you should be able to hit 2 spells most of the time. And your chance of hitting less than 2 is now 0.046, so 4.5% chance. And what's interesting is one time when I was playing the deck, I had 39 instant and sorceries and I cast pieces of the puzzle. And let's look, if number of successes in the sample, if we only wanted to hit 1, so it says the probability to hit less than 1. So this is saying the build we had before, if you cast pieces of the puzzle, what are your chances to hit 0? That's this number here, 0.0037, so 0.3%, 0.37%. And I actually hit that once, which is pretty tough to do. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, just pretty cool to see the math on it. And with 39 spells, this is another interesting stat. With 39 spells, obviously it's going to be the chance to hit 1 or more spells is 99.62% chance. So yeah, pretty crazy odds, but yeah, it's just pretty cool. I think looking at this, hopefully it was interesting for you. And let's just dive right into actually playing some Magic. So let's go round 1. Welcome to round 1. We're against Hamuda. We played Hamuda in the last league that I played, and he was on Mono Black Sacrifice, and I was on this crazy Tron build. But now we're on a different deck, and I assume he is as well. He plays a bunch of different decks. So I'm going to keep this hand. We just need lands, and we have a preordain. We're on the draw. Slave to your dog. Oh, Lonely Sandbar? This might be, I've seen this. It's affinity with 3 Lonely Sandbar. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. I look at a lot of lists, so you can't get one by me, Hamuda. Oh god, not like this deck, please. I'm gonna bottom looking for land. Nice, easy. Had it the whole time. Yeah, I think it is affinity with triple Lonely Sandbar and this card. Yep, I've seen this list. Pretty cool. Um, I can just kill this, but I think I like just leaving up Counterspell here. I can stop anything they do, and then next turn I can play Bolt, leave up Counterspell again, or I can play Bolt Augur next turn. But yeah, if they Thoughtcast here, just slam a counter. Nice. I don't get why they said slave to your dog though, but I just don't understand. Okay, let's I think we just bolt this and then leave Counterspell up again. Seems good to me. Next turn I can just see what I want to do. I can jam Augur, Witching Well. I can just counter this as well. They might not have colored mana, and they'll be able to crack this pretty soon for value. I always talk shit about Witching Well, but I'll counter it here. Okay, there's Vault, but they don't have red mana yet. Okay, there's Fjord. I think I like just casting pieces here. Can we hit Curve? We hit Pieces, Teach, Preordain, Brainstorm. I think I like Teach plus Pieces. Seems good to me. Go. We hit 4 spells there, so we even got to bin 2 spells and draw 2 spells, which is really good. Oh, there's the red mana, okay, and there's the Atog. All right, we can get a 5th snow permanent and then scred this right now. I don't think I want to double scred it because I can even play Augur as a blocker. So let's just get Island and then thought I clicked it and then scred this and then I guess I can start by bolting it. They're gonna sack. I'm just gonna start by shredding it because they already have to sack two things, and then I can just lightning bolt it. Well, then they just have to sack one more thing. But I think this is still fine. Let's just do it. Just do it now. They have two cards left. They'll probably sack land plus Ichor Wellspring here. I could also bolt right now, but I think I'll let them sack two things. And then I can play Augur as a chump blocker, and they're going to have to sack a lot of artifact. Oh, wow. They sacked before Shred resolves, before these triggers resolve. So I can bolt right now. I guess there's not really a difference because I deal 8 damage. They have to sack two more things. Might as well just do it now. And I still get to play Augur this turn. Yeah, so they technically 2-for-1 us on a Tog, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't actually mean to click Frantic Inventory. That was a misclick. I was just trying to look at what was there, but I think taking Frantic Inventory is fine. I would have rather taken Counterspell, I think. Here's munitions. I couldn't counter that anyway, but still kind of annoying, honestly. Now I think I'm just going to... They don't have much going on. Yes, they have this, but it's not that scary. I think I'm just going to go Teach into Pieces. Seems good to me. Just double pieces of the puzzle, look through 10 cards, and then get to draw up to 4 and mill a bunch of other spells. Well, okay, we hit only 1 on that one. Now Curve plus Pieces. I could take Curve plus Preordain here, but I think I like Pieces, especially in this matchup. And then attack. Yeah, Augur is just really nice to have. Play around Edict, be able to just throw it in front of a random Atog. Just seems good. See if they shoot me for 1 here. I assume they will, yes. Hopefully they don't have Atog plus Fling. I can have Curve plus Fling though. Alright, they're just using munitions, drawing some cards. It's fine. There's a Brainstorm. Alright, why don't I lead on... I guess... Let's see, I guess I do have to count what this snake is going to be. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be a 13/13 snake. I think I want to hit a land drop. I don't know if it's necessary because if I miss on this Brainstorm, I don't get to leave up Dispel. But I think I'm just going to go for it. Classic. All right. Well, now what I could do is I could just pass with Counterspell and double Frantic Inventory available because of how I played it. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really want to tap out and have them go Tog plus Fling kill you, so I'm just gonna play it safe here. I can play 2 Frantic Inventories end of turn if I don't need to counter anything. That was pretty bad by me because I could have just played what, a 14/14 snake, but I think I got a little greedy. I guess I should have because then I would have had lethal with this bolt, so that was pretty bad. If they go Disciple here, I'm gonna have to counter it. They're not. Okay, well, I get to fire off 2 inventories, and then hopefully I'll hit a land. Galvanic Blast target me. Am I dead? They're just casting it to have it resolve. No lands at all. Wow. All right, well, just got to fire it off at this point. I have a Dispel up for a Fling, so I should have just done this last turn, but good thing is Fractal is really good in this matchup. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can munitions me for 7 here, but still pretty far away from dying. If they Gallop Blast me end of turn, I'll probably just Dispel it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess if they Gallop Blast me, I can just let it resolve because I still go to 9. And there's no way they have enough mana to munitions me 9 times. So then I can still play around Fling by not dispelling a Gallop Blast. I think they have one. I guess, oh, they're sacking Prism. Okay. So I go to 12, and then I would go to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then land would kill me. So I do need to counter Gal Blast. But okay, it looks like they might not have it. Disciple. Oh no, I just die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 14 damage. Oh, I can bolt in response, but then they just continue to sack all their stuff. God, just sucks. There's nothing I can do here, right? I'm at 10. They have four mana left, so they can just deal Xaxes here. Yeah, it's just lethal. Fuck. Hamuda, you got me. I should have known they had Disciple as well, but yeah, there's no way to bolt here. Because I can, like, respond to this sack. God. I just totally misplayed that game by playing the Brainstorm. I think if I had played the Snake the turn before, I might have been able to win. But maybe they could have won on that last turn if I did that as well. I think just not hitting a land there, just I Brainstorm missed, and then I Frantic Inventory twice and just missed. So that just really sucked. That was my mistake. I just think I played bad there. All right, let's bring in all this stuff. Just gonna have to try to play better in the next games. Actually, don't hate just having like one cannonade just to wipe up multiple disciples. It's not bad, especially just one of. I think that was my game to win, and I just totally blew it. I could have also just not cast Curve. I was just thinking I can beat a Tog Fling, and I wasn't thinking about just Disciple. I just didn't think about it correctly. This deck is actually pretty tough to play, to be honest. There's a lot to think about. I can just side out Lightning Bolt entirely. I can side out like one copy of Brainstorm. I think I like Teach and Fling. That really it was brutal. I felt like I was playing well, controlling the game, and then I just felt like because I missed on the Brainstorm, I was kind of like, well, I should just jam Snake now, but I just shouldn't have played Snake. That was just a pretty big mistake because I could have left up Counterspell plus Dispel and just waited to hit more land drops. Yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. Don't think I want Giga Drowse in this matchup. I can keep like a bolt, just set out like 3 bolt and a Brainstorm or something. Don't think I want Negate or extra Dispel. I think 1 Dispel is fine. Let's just try it like this, but man, that was rough. That was rough. All right, let's go game 2. All right, game 2. Hamuda, you got me that time. I won't go so easy on you this time. Tap land go, get our red source into play. Bolt just doesn't kill like Mirror Enforcer and stuff, so ooh. Yeah, let's jam. Test out these augurs. They seem like they're gonna be good. Okay, well, knowing about Cannonade is not great for me, but I'm not gonna just keep it in my deck. I'd rather draw it. Star, nothing else. Okay. Let's just go Island, Preordain, leave up counter, attack for 1. I mean, another land is good and a curve is good as well, but I don't know if I need curve this early because it's not that large yet. I think I'd rather wait and draw more interaction and then draw curve later. I'm just going to actually bottom here, as weird as that is. Maybe keeping that curve was correct just to have access to one, but I can draw a card here. I'd rather find more frantic inventories and pieces of the puzzle. So just going to bottom the curve and then try to draw it into more curves while they have nothing. I'm fine if they want to counter this frantic inventory end of turn. There's another curve. Okay, nice. Hydroblast. All right, let's just slowly make our way here. This is looking good. We can just kill or counter in a Tog. We have a Dispel, we have a Counterspell, and then we have a curve. So looking great. We're hitting our land drops. Opponent is not. They should definitely crack star. I think they probably should have cracked star earlier. I mean, they might want to be saving it, but I think they should definitely have cracked there. Okay. I'm just going to cannonade even just the one. They don't even have other black mana, and I just want to use my mana right now. So just going to cannonade away that thing. Seems good to me. Hydroblast? Oh, Dispel? Sure. I can make a 4/4, but I honestly don't really want to. I don't even know if I should have attacked. I want to make at least a 5/5, right? Because then I just don't get Galvanic Blasted. Do they have another Disciple? The good news is I can counter most of the other stuff they're gonna like throw at me after this. And that was my only one cannonade. I still have a bolt and 4 Screds though. Star is fine. Okay. There's a Scred, okay. I'll probably just Scred that now. I'll attack and then Scred this. I think I'll still wait on this snake. I mean, I get to make a 5/5 and have Dispel up, but next turn I can snake and have Counterspell up. Or have like Red Blast. Or Blue Blast, I mean. Let's just Dispel this. And then still save. I want to save Hydroblast for a Tog, so let's just get that Disciple out of there. And then leave up counters one more time, and then next turn I can cast Curve. Thoughtcast. I feel like I just want to counter this. Red Blast. I could just counter this as well. Let's just fight over the card draw, because they're kind of stuck here, and then I can just play a big snake. Oh wow, they have another Pyroblast or Dispel. If they do, it's fine. If they have another Pyroblast, they get to counter this, which is annoying, but still just gonna jam. And Thoughtcast, okay. Do they hit lands? They do. They have another Pyroblast though. Oh, Frantic Inventory. I think I'll lead on that because I might draw other stuff I want to do instead, and it makes the snake bigger. Ooh. All right, I gotta wait for double snake next turn, right? They're at 16. Also, it's just way better against Pyroblast. I'm just gonna wait. I feel like they may have Pyroblasted a Frantic Inventory for 2, but who knows? Okay, this snake is a 9/9. It's gonna be 2 10/10s. I think Teach by Example is good in the deck. And maybe finding room for the second copy is still really good. It's just really good synergy with Curve and Fling and Pieces of the Puzzle. And I've even actually copied a Frantic Inventory draw 4 with it, which is really sick. Right, there's Prism. We don't have any counter spells, but I have a Scred. Duress. Oh god. I was not expecting that. Now they take Curve. Be interesting if they don't take Curve, but yeah, they have to. Wow, I'm getting like wrecked. Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks. Double Mirror Enforcer now. I think I'm just gonna untap, and then if I have to, I'll teach and Scred both of these. I don't want to, but oh, that Duress, brutal, Hamuda. Was not expecting the Duress. Jesus. All right, let's just do it now. That really sucks. I could have just made like a 10/10. I wanted to make 2 snakes to play around Pyroblast and stuff, and might have just end up costing me the game. Okay, let's teach, choose new target, target this one. And then F6. They have 1 Hydroblast. Okay. I wonder if I should have not played land. I guess it probably doesn't really matter. But oh man, I'm getting just throttled here. Hamuda just outplaying me. Now I have to deal with a 4/4. I have 2 Scred left in my deck. I have a Shenanigans that can resolve. I need to counter like an Atog, basically. Okay, get drained for 1. Not taking anything away. Hamuda's playing well, but I think I misplayed game 1. One by going for that brainstorm, and then after that by playing the snake was just not well played. I was pretty far ahead. I didn't need to take that risk. And this 4/4 is just crushing me. I think I can just wait on this bolt as well. Could block and bolt the Mirror Enforcer, but I kind of want to just bolt the Disciple. I mean, Mirror Enforcer's potentially even killing me faster than Disciple is. Why don't I just go for the block and bolt? Because I need to deal with this. I can't really go much lower, especially against Galvanic Blasts. So let's let damage happen and then go for bolt with Counterspell up. It's, again, not ideal, but I can counter like an Atog or something. Yeah, I get drained for 1. I'm at 9. Snake? Augur into Snake? Frantic Inventory into Ancestral Recall. Let's go. Okay. Might as well, I can just only leave up 1 counterspell. I don't know if I need another red source even. Might as well just have more blue. And then I'm not going to play pieces here for sure. I'll play it next turn. We might be able to fight back in this game. Especially, oh god, it's a draw 2. I think if they didn't have anything last time, I'm supposed to counter these draw 2s. I think I'm supposed to fight over resources in this matchup. Interesting. I can go brainstorm into pieces of the puzzle to guarantee I hit and shuffle away any bad cards. Let's do it. So I don't want Fjord, and then I can hit a Scred. Yeah, let's do this and then cast pieces. This looks good. That was a good play. Scred, Preordain. Actually, I don't think I want to play Preordain because I might want both of these counters up. So I can just Preordain next turn. It's kind of weird, but let's just take out their Disciple to be safe and then leave up both counters rather than Preordain. This is just like a good control deck. Frantic Inventory is really solid in the deck. We have 3 curves left and 26 cards. Atog. Counter target spell if it's red. Nice, just resolved. I like leaving up double counter there though. There's the fling. Okay. So now I just need to find curve, and there it is. Bottom, top, and I have 5, 6, 7 mana, so not enough to leave up counter. But I think I play around duress. Just play curve. I'm not gonna try to fling it right now without counter. If they go to kill this, then yes, I can fling. But I think I'll just play around Hydroblast by just waiting. Because I mean, I still have a 20/20 right now. There's no reason to go for it before they use a removal spell. Okay, nice. 20/20 got there. Whew! Thought I was going to lose that game. And now can we just draw Shenanigans in our opening hand? That would be ideal. I think I might want another Bolt to deal with Disciples. Maybe even just another Cannonade. Because Bolt doesn't really kill that much of their stuff. But it is cheaper than Cannonade. I might also want the second Dispel because they showed to have Hydroblast, Pyroblast. They might not have Galvanic Blast anymore, though. They might have cited that out. I can just cut another Brainstorm. I think I want all the pieces, all the Frantic Inventories, all the counters. Can't cut Shenanigans, obviously. Fling and Teach are also kind of tough to cut. just nice to have access to fling, at least one. So if we're controlling the game, we have just like a way to win fast. Do I need the extra lightning bolt? I mean, the cycles are a pretty big problem. You do need to kill them on sight generally. It's just a lot of removal to have, but let's just go. My mouse has been kind of messing up. Like, I tried to take out that brainstorm and then I tried to submit. I guess I did submit, but that was kind of awkward. I think I'm supposed to keep this on the draw. This is like a lot of gas, and I get to just lead Fjord. I'm on the draw, and then I get to just like preordain on two. So I have 4 looks at a land essentially. It's a slow hand, but it's powerful. I'm just gonna keep. All I need to do is find island, which I have a lot of. There's a Wellspring. Okay, not like this, please. Okay. Well, pretty brutal. Did they miss on lands too? No. Okay, there's island. Let's go bottom, top. Maybe I want another Hydroblast. Just don't know if I can afford another Hydroblast. I mean, dealing with their Togs is massive. They're going to get to resolve one if they have one next turn. I think I'm going to bottom top here. Just need even more lands. I do want another Hydroblast. I just don't know if I can really afford to have it. A Tog? Oh, okay, nice. Not a Tog. That's good. Do they play one anyway? Why'd they tap? Not Darksteel. Interesting. Podcast? Witching Well. It's good, it's good. It's slow, but it's good. Do they have a land? Mirror Enforcer, Mirror Enforcer. That is rough. Why don't I go play Augur, try to hit the Scred here. I guess I can't even Scred these yet. I feel like I never have time for this. I'll never have time for this pieces. Let's just take Lightning Bolt, because then I can block and bolt one. Sucks, but I think this is what I have to do. I played a land, right? Yeah. Okay. I hate it because Ash Barrens lights up because you can basic land cycle it. But even if you've already played a land, it lights up, like reminding you, like, oh, have you not played a land? And for those of you that don't know, if you had like just 2 islands in hand, after you play an island, the other ones stop. They are not highlighted any longer. So that's a way to check if you've played a land. I'll show you like on future turns if it comes up. I mean, I'm gonna go for this. My mana is so tight, and I just can't be taking that much damage that I think I should do this. If they play a Tog here, I'm probably gonna have to Hydroblast. Yeah, they don't. This might be countered, but I think I'm supposed to go for it. I need to go for the long game here. Okay, see, this island's highlighted. I mean, it's not going to work because the Ash Barrens doesn't. The Ash Barrens will still allow me to basic land cycle, so I'll have to show you at some other point. There's a Scred and a Curve. Is there any way taking Curve could be correct? I honestly don't think so. I need to just curve later, I think. Let's just take a Scred and put these there. I can shuffle that curve back into my deck with Ash Barrens. And I think I'm just going to go for the same line of block and then end of turn go for Lightning Bolt. I have Hydroblast up. What is this? They're going to attack first. I'm going to block one. Lightning Bolt is bad in this matchup. I could have gone for Scred there, no block, but I think I like this line better, honestly. I'll definitely Hydroblast and a Tog. Okay, let's go for Bolt. I can counter a red spell, but they're not going to play a red spell right now. Dispel. Okay. I'm at 12. They could easily not have um, Galvanic Blasts in their deck anymore. Let's get a Mountain here. All right, and then let's upkeep Skred, a Mirror Enforcer. And then we have double counter up. But we're taking 4 more here, so it's not ideal. Going down to 8. Gonna have to find something, and now they can crack Witching Well, draw 2. It's looking really bad. Just missing that land drop early was just so brutal. I had to discard a card. Obviously, just couldn't develop my board. I had to not take pieces because I was so mana tight. So, I mean, when you keep the one tap land preordained hand and don't get there, it's really bad. Shenanigans? Nope. All right, well, I have to draw out next turn, basically. They're going to just draw 2 here. Yep. I need Shenanigans off the top. And then I need to be able to counter all their Gal Blasts. I feel like if I was them, I would side out most or all of my Galvanic Blasts. They just only really go face. Thoughtcast. Let's just counter it. Another one. I mean, I could die to Gallop Blast, but I'm just going to counter the card advantage. I still need to fight for the long game. Flame. Yep. GG's. They typed that. They GG's. I don't think they meant anything by it. I think they were just thinking that it was over no matter what. But yeah, they got me. But it was like, it's funny because it's like when somebody like goes for the win and then they type GG. Usually it's like BM. I know Hamuda did not mean BM by that at all, so I'm not taking it as such. But it's just pretty funny. GG Hamuda, fun match. It was close. That Affinity deck is pretty sweet. Let's go round 2. Let's try to fight back. All right, after being soundly defeated by Hamuda, we're in round 2. This hand is. Should I just mulligan this? I don't think so. And it's Mr. Wizard spelled with 2 V's. That is something I have not seen before. And it looks like it's probably Flickertron. I've heard people say it's a bad matchup for this deck, but honestly, I'm not sure if it is. You might be able to counter like a Bonders or something. Oh, it's Mill? That might be great for us, honestly. Their fogs don't do much. We do have to watch out for Weather the Storm, but yeah, their fogs don't really do anything. I guess they can just fog our 2020, so it does. Never mind. But their deck is pretty controlling as well. All right, let's just use both of our Ash Barons. We'll thin our deck. We'll get Island Mountain. I can just jam pieces here, and I think I'm going to. They can counter it. Sure. Might wait on the second pieces till 5 mana to have protection, but I think I like just going for this. Counterspell? Arcane Denial. I never liked Arcane Denial in those decks. I mean, I understand it. So I get to draw 2 at the beginning of the next upkeep. That's all I wanted to do anyway, so I know they get to like essentially counter draw, but me drawing 2 is like near resolving pieces anyway. Yes, I would like to draw 2. I know it mills me closer. Yeah, I want to draw 2, not 1. Because I need to find more gas here. Okay, now I can brainstorm shuffle some lands away. So that is sweet. Can cycle away like a fjord and a island or something. Oh, they cast pieces of the puzzle. Was not expecting that, but it makes sense. Should have been expecting it. They put pieces of the puzzle and stream of thought into their hand. That is pretty scary, to be honest. Can I find a curve? Definitely going to need to play island anyway because I need to leave up counter here. So let's go brainstorm, then put back fjord, island. I can honestly just shuffle right now. I mean, I can shuffle at the end of their turn. I guess that's technically better to shuffle at the end of their turn. The thing is, these stream of thought decks, oh, they don't have any lands? All right, well, this is good for me. Now I can go pieces with counterspell up. They have to discard. They discard Moment's Peace. That's fine. I think I just go for this now. I do want to mill and make this snake bigger. Counterspell. Do I just counter back? They have another piece of the puzzle that I kind of want to counter. Could just let this resolve. I should have good sideboard for this matchup too, with the spell and the gate, triple pyroblast. Ooh, I wonder if I should have let one of those go to the graveyard. That would have been interesting. I should have just let them counter pieces of the puzzle. It milled me for 5 too. AK draw 2. Do they hit a land? They do. Okay. I could just lead on Preordain or Brainstorm. I don't think I want to snake this turn. Maybe next turn I will. Why don't I lead on Brainstorm? Put back Fjord plus Island. Dispel is a great draw. And then I can go play Island, play Preordain bottom bottom, then leave up double Frantic Inventory. All right. Frantic Inventory, draw 1, that's fine. So they have Frantic Inventory and AK. So they have a ton of card advantage. These are kind of similar decks, to be honest, just like different ways to win. They have 7 cards in hand. I think I'm just going to let this resolve and not even try to draw into a counter. It's fine. So they're probably going to take AK plus Stream of Thought. Okay. So we know they have Stream of Thought, AK in their hand, and they have to discard a card here. I guess they can counter like one of these inventories, but oh, they're just F6'd. Okay. I have 30 cards in library. I probably need to just go start playing Snake here. So let's go 6, 7 mana. So I might as well Preordain first. I guess I can go Augur plus Snake and have Dispel up. There's no reason that needs Scred at all, right? I guess just playing Snake first is like more scary for them. I think I just tap Mountain here. Okay. Just make a 10-10. They just snap, let it resolve. I'll play an Augur too. AK draw 3, just Ancestral Recall. They have double Stream of Thought, but they don't have that much mana yet. I feel like I just dispel this. Maybe they can draw 4 next turn, but need to just play this, I think. There's counter, okay. Maybe I should have played Augur first because then I might choose to not play Snake, but this might force them to start fogging every turn. Bonders, okay, wasn't expecting that either. They're going to play a Stream of Thought not kicked. Yeah. Target themselves. Yeah, that makes sense too. Now I'm going to lead on preordain. It's hard to tell what they shuffle back in. I wasn't paying like super close attention. So we know there's still a stream of thought in their hand. They choose to not play it. 28 cards in library. This is a really interesting matchup. I can preordain first, or I can just pieces. I don't have enough blue mana to find another counter anyway. Let's just preordain. Brainstorm. Can shuffle away like a land plus a spread here. It is pretty good, and it could help me find another counter. All right, let's do it. Let's go brainstorm. There is another counter, but not another land yet. I think I don't want pieces at all. I don't really want to mill myself for 5. I guess Scred doesn't do anything. I will Evolving Wilds get the last land. I don't have the Fling yet. Fog. I can teach by example into Fling if I can find it, if they don't mill me. Need to just leave out counter here. I can also teach by example into Counterspell to counter like a replicated stream of thought. Okay, they're playing Ancestral Recall. I feel like I'm just supposed to counter this. They only have 3 cards left, and one of them is Stream of Thought. Like, they can mill me for 8, but that doesn't really do anything. I think I'm like safe to not die here, so I think that was a good play. This feels like a Stream of Thought replicated, targeting themselves. So they really try to mill themselves out, and then they mill me out later. They're targeting themselves with both of these. Okay. Behold the Multiverse. Geez, they have so much card advantage. So now if I just find Fling, I win, because I can just attack and then Fling. Don't they have a Weather the Storm main? Yeah, there it is. I only have 2 cards in hand, though. I think I'm in a great position. I get to Ancestral Recall here. There's a draw 4. So yeah, I have 20 cards in library. Oh, they played a Tangle. Okay, they played a Tangle. I see. So now, how big is the snake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I need to teach by example into Fling. I want to teach by example into Fling right now. I could pieces of the puzzle. It looks at 5. Frantic Inventory looks at 4. I have 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can only spend 4 mana right now and then still be able to teach plus Fling. So let's just Frantic Inventory. So I can go Augur, try to find Fling. I have just 1 counterspell right now. I guess I'm going Augur. I could just play another curve, but that seems bad to me. Augur find Fling? No. Okay. Might just get milled out. Play Fjord, go to discard. Discard Scred. Pieces. Or do I want to discard tap land and then one of these curves? Just doesn't really do anything, right? Maybe discarding maybe not discarding that land could have been correct. But I mean, if I find Fling, I should be able to win, right? They gain 1 life, sure. Should I lightning bolt them here? I think so. They could have weathered the storm as well. Let's lightning bolt them. Now I have double counter up and they only have 2 cards left. I have 14 cards in library. I can try to pieces to find the Fling. I don't want to get got by just a random stream of thought. Let's just start by attacking. They're gonna fog it. They have a moment's peace in the graveyard. Could counter that, but I think I might like just playing another big snake here and then leaving up a bunch of counters. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna do it. Okay, make a 2020. And then just pass the turn with double counter up. And then next turn I can try to win. Maybe cast some pieces of the puzzle, maybe not. They're not doing anything. I can also just fight over their fogs, potentially. There's the Fling. Let's go bottom, top. Let's attack. I think I'm not going to fight over the Flings because now I just want to, or over the fogs. I'm going to fight over the Fling instead because then they have 2 cards. I don't think they can beat Fling. So they moment's peace from hand. That's fine. And then I just go teach by example into Fling. Suppose I just do it on my end step because they might draw with Bonder's Ornament. Teach. I think I had to give them priority here. They're drawing. Just let that resolve. It's fine. Let teach resolve. And then go Fling, target you. With double counter up. Okay. Nice. Again, I think this should be a good matchup for us. We have a lot of hate in the side. I guess having the shenanigans isn't bad. Just be able to, even if they only have like 2 bonders, just being able to kill it whenever I want seems decent. And I want Giga Drowse as well. I'm not scared of them like bringing in any creatures, to be honest. Seems good, right? It just like if they don't counter the Flaring Pain and the flashback, it just means like they cannot fog this turn. Seems great. Just keep 1 lightning bolt. Just to be able to go face. Sometimes these decks can like play a mountain and Ash Barrens for it and then play Pyroblast on the side, but I'm not going to bring in Hydroblast. Could bring in Echoing Truth, but I think Bolt is better. Alright, this looks good. This deck is sweet. Really sweet, really fun to play. They snap kept 7 as well. Relic. It's good against Frantic Inventory, I suppose, but other than that, it doesn't really do much. Okay. I'm just not going to be fighting over these Frantic Inventories at all. Probably just going to play another tap land here. I don't hate having one of these. I might be able to just play it like relatively early in this matchup. I wonder if they have like Echoing Truth or anything, but yeah, I might just be able to play it as like a 5/5 or something, and then it's like, okay, you got to start fogging. And that uses a lot of their mana to have to fog. Wow, they just stream of thought themselves right away. Oh, they have Serpentine Curve as well. Maybe that's their sideboard plan. That is sick. Blue-green curve. Let's go. They didn't show any curves in game one, did they? Maybe they have two curve main or something. That is dope. Um, I could just not preordain here and just cycle Ash Barrens. I think that's fine. I'm gonna do that. AK for draw one. They have 3 cards left because they played a couple relics. The Serpentine Curve they shuffled back in from the opponent. That is deep. All right, let's go Island. Inventory, draw one. All our inventories are always going to be draw one unless I just am able to get one off right now. I mean, when they go end step exile, I can respond by casting Frantic Inventory. I think I'm actually going to do that. Seems good to me. So they're going to relic me, and in response to the first relic, I get to go Frantic Inventory. Then they have to pop a relic in order to stop this draw two. Oh, then I'll have to discard. Never mind. Should have played. Oh, I can still play Augur. But I don't want to have to discard. Okay, I missed on Augur. So now if they go to tap the second relic, I can Frantic Inventory in response. I feel like they're going to do. Maybe they don't want to. I know this opens the window for them to resolve something, but I get to draw 2, back up to 7. Let's pop these out. Let's pop out my exile as well. I guess I'll just pop out both exiles just to make it easy to tell what's happening here. They Stream of Thought themselves, milling another relic and another Serpentine Curve. So I wonder if Serpentine Curve's their sideboard plan, but it is making me want to kind of play that deck. I still think this version's better, but pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so they resolve a lot of stuff here. But now I'm pretty well set up moving forward. There's Pyroblast. That is great. Let's go Preordain. I don't hate both of these, honestly. I don't want to brainstorm right now, but maybe I do end of turn. So let's just top, land, go. And then, yeah, I can just brainstorm, shuffle end of turn if they don't do anything and still have Dispel up. I should yield to these relics. I don't know if I want to. It might make me mess up, but I am really far behind on time, so I have to win this match, like, legit. The thing is, like, these Stream of Thoughts, it's like card disadvantage for them, but I guess they have so much card advantage. Pieces of the puzzle. I think I go for Counterspell. Just uses my mana efficiently here. There's not even anything I want to shuffle away with this Brainstorm, really, so I could just wait on it. I think I fight here and not let them pieces. Seems good to me. I could also teach into Snake, but I think I like actually play Ash Barrens, just play Snake with Pyroblast up. Could also just Brainstorm right now. Let's just do that. Yep, they relic me. I'm gonna relic again. I should just yield to those. It'll make this go much faster. There's pieces of the puzzle and Giga Drowse, which seem great. I think I want to get a Snake down with Pyroblast up this turn. Yeah, and then set up for the future. So what do I put back? What do I not need quite yet? I guess Giga Drowse. and a teach I don't need quite yet. Not 100% sure here. I'm not planning to Ash Baron shuffle no matter what. Just play an 8/8 snake. And then I can start crashing in. Next turn I can just play pieces of the puzzle. Which seems reasonable. I think I'm just going to try to counter this. They can counter back. But then I guess they risk dying to a teach into flame. They're just drawing right now? Why? Why would they AK right now? Because they're going to anyway and they want to hit lands, maybe? Not 100% sure there. There's teach. Okay. So now I can just play Ash Barons, play pieces of the puzzle. Don't think I want to teach into pieces, although it would be reasonable. So now I can just take Pyroblast plus Giga Drowse. This actually probably was worse to put on top because now they know about it, but it might be rough for them to play around it anyway. Hit for 9. Because now I threaten to like end of turn tap all their lands at any point, which is pretty bad for them. This card's pretty sweet. The Ancestral Recall? No. I do not want them to Ancestral Recall. I just love, oh, they're gonna Ancestral anyway. I love calling it Ancestral Recall. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. So I only have 9 power. Don't have lethal yet. I think I saved the Giga Drowse. I just let them Ancestral now. Relic is so weird in their deck because they can't really pop Relic with all their stuff. Just, it's interesting. Augur. Let's lead on that. I don't need to make a bunch more snakes. They might have fogs here. All right, well, there's Flaring Pain. That just like crushes any number of fogs from them. Is it better than Dispel? I think it is, honestly. They have a Moment's Peace in the yard. Could also just take Dispel, but Flaring Pain counters 2 fogs, but it doesn't counter the other like good draw spells. I'm not taking Shenanigans, so it's between these two. It's pretty close. I already have Giga Drowse. Maybe I take Dispel because then I can just play another snake, and then on my next turn, just tap down their lands. It's really tempting to take the Flaring Pain there, but just took the Dispel. They just concede to Dispel. Nice. That is sweet, though, because I never thought of putting Curve in that deck. This card is seeing a lot of play. That card, Snake is just so sweet. All right, 1 and 1. Let's go round 3. Dope. All right, round 3. We're against Horse Duck. Pretty funny. Snap keep this. Just look for some more lands as per usual. That's what you do with these Preordains. Oh, are we against Burn? Could we be against Boros Bully as well? I feel like it's Burn. Yeah. No. Plains? It is Boros. Oh, Forest? It's like Ponza or something? Just I don't hate Augur, but I think I just have a lot of other stuff to do. Like I can just pieces instead, so it's just bottom top. Definitely want the Ash Barons for red source. And they got Forest. Interesting. Good lands. They foretell Wolf. It could just be Jund. I could just leave up counter and counter the Wolf. I think I like that. They're very likely to Wolf here, and if not, they're going to Bonders, so I like just countering the Wolf. If buys me a lot of time. They don't get to draw. All right, it is Jund. I like this matchup for us. I can brainstorm shuffle, but all my cards are good, honestly. I'm just going to shuffle with Ash Barrens now and then play Augur. Augurs, just without setting them up, are actually pretty good in this deck because you have 35 spells, so you're very likely to hit. Ooh. Fling is tempting, but I just don't need that for a long time, so I'm just going to take another curve here. I don't even need curve yet either, but maybe I was supposed to take Fling. I just don't want them to know about it. I mean, I guess they might know about it anyway. Maybe that was just wrong. Maybe I should have just taken the curve plus Fling and then tried to find the teach by example. Yeah, that might have just been wrong. It's okay, though. Chainers, okay. Played around the first Chainers with Augur, nice. Another Augur. All right, let's lead on Brainstorm. Can shuffle away one of these curves. I don't really need them both yet. Okay, curve going away. And Bolt going away. It's probably my worst card. And then I can go shuffle. Oh, I can also just, let's see. I can also just shuffle sort of using this Augur or play pieces, but then I'll have to discard. What's my worst card in my hand? Is it Bolt? Already have a Scred. I think so. I'm going to put back Curve, Bolt, play Island, play Augur, draw the curve. And then I can just shuffle with Ash Barrens, end of turn, / leave up Scred here. Don't know if that was 100% correct, but felt decent. Next turn I can cast Pieces. Jund is just like so close, so slow and clunky and relies on their removal. Thorn. That is like the greediest Thorn I've ever seen. Now I just get to go Scred this, take the Monarch. That was like literally the most greedy Thorn I've ever seen. They don't even have Snuff Out mana because they don't have Swamp. I just get to take the Monarch here. I don't understand that play really. Pieces. Well, I think I like play Ash Barrens, play Pieces, leave you up Island, try to hit Counterspell. Seems great. We don't hit Counterspell. I'm actually going to bin this inventory just so I can draw 2 with this one. So let's take a Scred and a Preordain. And then attack. And then get the Monarch, draw a card. And then at the end of their turn, I'll just draw 2 more cards. I mean, I guess they have 7 cards in hand and a lot of mana. They can play a boarding party here, I suppose, that I can't counter. So that's something. I probably was supposed to just take that Fling. Yeah, okay. What did they hit? Not another creature? Cast down. Well, I guess they get to take the Monarch back here. Okay. I get to draw some cards. I get hit for 6. Yeah, that was bad. I could have left up a red mana to play around that, but I did not. There's an Ancestral and another curve. All right, let's look for lands. Let's go top, land. I mean, the snake is already really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So swamp would be, they would have mana to cast the flashback a Chainers, but still think I just go for this at this point. And then I have Scred for a boarding party. Make a 10-10. So they need cast downs and they need more cast downs and edicts basically. They do have the Monarch right now. Most of their removal does kill fractals. I guess they have bolts as well. Edict from hand. Cast down. Okay. Gonna have to scred this. Then probably might just have to play another curve. What is this? A Bonders? Okay. Now they can flashback an Edict as well. And Bog. Okay, well, that wrecks my Ancestral, but I have plenty of cards and stuff to do, so that's not the biggest deal. Just kill this, see if they have Weather the Storm here, main. They don't. All right, let's just lead pieces of the puzzle. Teach by example, Lightning Bolt. I kind of want to find more lands. Finding a land here would be great. Yeah, nice. Let's bottom the bolt, top the land, play it, half the turn. I guess I could pieces the puzzle again right now. And then just like, I don't know if did I shuffle it all? After putting back the fling? I can't really remember, to be honest. I think I'm supposed to just pass here. I don't want to get hit by a boarding party again. And now I'm just trying to make basically the biggest snake possible and then go teach into fling. Boarding party. Yep. Into fumes. Okay. They probably just choose to not cast. Oh, they cast. Okay. They'd rather just not have it in their deck. That makes sense. Let's lightning bolt this. And again, they have one Chainer's Edict in the yard that they can flash back. They have the Monarch. So just looking for fling at this point. Draw one. Okay, now I go brainstorm into pieces. Don't think I need Cannonade. I don't even think I need Evolving Wilds. I guess I could shuffle just to make sure. I guess I'll just put back Island, then go pieces. I think I'm just not taking Cannonade here. I guess I can take it because it can kill their 2/2s. Do I need to put another card in the yard? Probably not. Just take it. Just fetch now. So I have 18 cards left in library and one of them is fling. Gonna get a mountain here. And then just pass with counterspell up. I'm still in a good spot. So fling, counter, counter, dispel. One more curve, one more pieces. All right, looking good. I could also teach into curve, but I don't like that as much as just wait. Okay, they're going Pulse of Marasa back boarding party. Gain 6. Don't really like this, to be honest. Just counter it. I don't really want them to gain 6. I want to make sure when I draw fling that I win. Don't know how big Snake is. It's annoying to count over and over, honestly. That's like the one thing I don't really like about this deck. Because to play properly, you're supposed to count, but I don't really like to do that. There's Witherbloom Campus. That's sweet. I have to draw 2. And I'm not going to teach into Frantic Inventory. I'll just naturally find the fling. Pull some Marasa back boarding party right now. Sure. They go to 25. There's Bolt. Inventory, draw 2. There's the fling. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I am 1 mana short. But I might as well just play a curve unless they have like main deck duress or something, which I'm really not expecting them to have. Oh, yeah, this isn't lethal as well. So they're going to just probably kill this one, and then I can win next turn with curve into teach fling. I like having at least one teach, that's for sure, to set up this kind of stuff when you draw your whole deck. So looking good as long as they don't have duress. And I wanted to leave up Island just to pretend like I might have a counter. Is this going to be just a flashback Chainer's Edict? I think it probably will. Yeah, definitely is. Okay, they got my 21. 21, 21. Who knows that reference? 21 Savage. All right. I don't know what's up with this green screen. It keeps freaking out. It's kind of annoying. I have to sit closer or farther. I think if I sit farther, it's better. I'm just going to bolt them end of turn. Actually, I'm not. Whatever. All right, there's counter. So let's go snake into teach. Guess I'll just do it on my end step. Yes, they can have Weather the Storm, but I have 44 damage here, so I should have enough regardless. They might cast down. Teach. And then Flame. I guess they could kill this now in response. But then I would still have technically lethal. So let's fling this. They can Weather the Storm, but again, that's not going to be enough. Same targets. Nice. I really like having at least one of these. I think it's actually really good. All right. I think I want Shenanigans for ornament. It's just nice to have an answer. I don't have any relics or anything, which is interesting. Maybe I should. I think Sandstorm is good. They have bogs and stuff to make it kind of awkward, but I can mop up dinos with it. I can kill multiple pack mates and stuff. I just think it's good. Cannonade can come out. I probably don't want to sideboard too much. I could have this Dispel coming in as well. Not sure if it's necessary. Bolt and Scred, while they're not great, they're kind of like a necessary evil of just like making sure I can kill pack mates, even though it's like a 2-for-1. I just don't want to die to like random pack mates basically, and I want my Screds for their dinos too. So Dispel does counter cast down, which is nice. Maybe Sandstorm is just a little bit too awkward against them. Just take out some Brainstorms, just because I need a large quantity of resources anyway. I need a lot of land drops in this matchup. 2. Hydroblast. Could bring in like 1 or 2 Hydroblast. It does kill counter Boarding Party, counters Pyroblast. It's pretty good, right? Guess I'll take out 1 Bolt. It's tough to board in this matchup, that's for sure. I could board out another Bolt. It's just kind of greedy to do so. Just take out the last Brainstorm. It's awkward to side out Brainstorm. It's probably just wrong. I just don't want to side out Augur. Don't want to side out Pieces or Snakes. Could even side out 1 Snake and just go for like the late game Snake plus Fling and not even plan on like playing Snakes early. But I have 2 Dispels to counter like any cast downs and or snuff outs. So I think it's fine. I don't like mulliganing in this matchup, but this hand is sketchy. This This is like tilting me here. Let me pause for a second. All right, that might be better for the green screen. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Let's do this too. Okay. I think that's a little bit better. I think I'm just gonna mulligan. I think I can just do better, honestly. All right, let's keep this. I can just put back a lightning bolt because I can just try to counter these pack mates. I want all my lands. I want this pieces, so I'd rather counter a pack mate than kill it. Duress. No. Cycle Ash Barrens right now. They can't wait. They got to do it now. It's my forest and I want it now. That was just embarrassing for me. I regret saying that. All right, we're gonna get to counter a pack mate again, which is ideal. I don't know if I'm gonna tap out for pieces on 3. Probably not. Countering these pack mates just feels so good. There's Bog, sure. I want to be able to counter like a Bonder's Ornament as well. I can just cycle Ash Barrens end of turn, so no reason to need to do it now. Nice. Just like we wrote it up. Let's get a mountain. And now I can obviously slam pieces. Hit 2 things, please. I mean, this is a situation where binning the frantic inventory is decent, but also drawing it is decent. Because I need to draw more cards right now. Then I have to bin Counterspell or Scred. I think I'm just going to bin the inventory and just take it a little more slow. If they play another Bonders next turn, it's bad for me. They didn't have another land. Okay, that's okay. I'll probably just Scred that right now. Gonna have to deal with that at some point. Now I have Counterspell. They don't have any more lands. Nice. Hydroblast? Sure. They don't have red mana yet. We countered the Bonders. I mean, I expect them to have Lightnings. Pull some Marasa back the land. I'm just gonna counter this, I think. Innocent Ash Barrens. It's so slow. Just to get a red source? Alright, I'll let this resolve. I need more card advantage at this point. I don't want to just waste my counterspell and I'm basically them drawing a land. Preordain, great draw. I also took out Brainstorm, so I have less card filtering here. Alright, let's go bottom. Top. Definitely want Counterspell. Counterspell is just such a good card in Pauper. Cycle Ash Barrens. And then play Lightning. I'm just going to Hydroblast it if they do. Get Mountain, play Hydroblast. I'll get Forest. Wow, that was unexpected. Just sitting here with 4 counterspells in my hand. Draw Augur. Don't mind if I do. Need to leave up double counter. I mean, don't need to, but want to. Preordain. I'll cast it. I know I don't have double counter up like I was just saying, but I'll still just cast this. Bottom, top, pass the turn. Augur does seem really good in this deck. I think it's just a good enough card that it increases the overall quality of cards in our deck. That's fine. That I think it's worth it, even though it makes pieces of the puzzle slightly worse. It's good against edicts. It's good against small creatures. It's just, there's so many reasons to want it in your deck. Just going to counter a pack mate. They're not really doing much over there. I just kind of want to stop them from drawing lands or anything. Let's go inventory, draw 2. Man, I'm just feeling like I'm so far ahead here. I'm going to Augur first to play around Edict. And I get to leave up actual counterspell. I'll take an Ancestral. There's Mountain. What is this? Another Packmate? Oh, Penumbra Spider? I mean, honestly, do I even care? I don't think I do. It can chump like a snake twice, but sure. It just doesn't really do anything in this matchup. Nice. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8 mana. I think I want all my mana available here just to protect this snake with double dispel plus counterspell. Make an 11/11 go. I'm already like safe against Edict because I have this Augur. Another Penumbra Spider. So they're just gonna try to chump Fractal a million times. I think I just ignore this. Like, they can chump this if they want. There's a Gruul Turf, okay. Bounce Bog? No. Bounce Forest. I wonder if they have Pyroblast for Fractal. Could just sack Evolving Wilds now and then Preordain. Kind of like that play, even though it seems weird. Then I just don't mess up my scry. So if I see lands off this Preordain, I get to just bottom them and know I keep them on the bottom forever. And Scred's not bad, but do I need it? Could be good to have against a boarding party. I think I top. Yeah, I'm just gonna like let them chump with their spiders as many times as they want. I have this 11/11 just like sitting around. I have a lot of protection for it. Seems good. I think this should be a good matchup for us. This is a boarding party here. I can Hydroblast it, or I can just Scred it. I think I Hydroblast it though. Okay. Now do I want to save this Scred for a Dino or something? I think so. So let's Dispel the Terminate. And then let's Hydroblast the boarding party. So that was a just clean 2-for-1 from them. That's okay. Pretty far ahead on board, and I can just draw a bunch of cards. There's an Ash Barrens. Don't have Brainstorms in my deck anymore. See if they just chump with the token right now. They probably will. No. I mean, if I had Echoing Truth, this would be terrible for them. They should probably block with token rather than the actual Penumbra Spider. I mean, maybe they have Reaping the Graves, but so be it. I could also just play out this Ash Baron and not shuffle. It's always a possibility. They only have 3 cards left. I have to keep Reaping the Graves in mind. I don't want to like just give them a bunch of Storm. I feel like they have Reaping the Graves in their deck right now because of how they blocked. Another boarding party into what? Llanowar Visionary. I mean, this cycles. I don't really want to use a counterspell on it though. I think I'm going to counter the things that matter more. I'm going to just Scred the boarding party. Chainers? Oh. Multiple terminates. It's interesting. I guess that plays around Guardian of the Guild pack pretty well. Could also just cycle this Ash Barrens. I know there's a land on the bottom of my deck though. Don't know if that matters that much. I think it's better to not play it, honestly. Brutal. Let's just keep making our fractal into the abyss. I'll draw pieces of the puzzle or the last frantic inventory at some point here. And when I do, I have 3 frantic inventories in the yard and a counterspell in exile. They're chumping with Spider Token. would be interesting to have Delvers in the sideboard of this deck because people are going to take out like a lot of their removal that deals with Delver, and then you can just turn one Delver, leave out Counterspell. It's kind of sweet. It takes up a lot of room in the sideboard though. What is this? A Dino? They're like just grinding me out here because I'm not drawing my card advantage spells. Dino into what? To cast down? Let's just counter the cast down. Let them have the Dino. They have 2 cards left. I'm still playing around Edict. I can also draw more Augurs. They have another removal spell for Fractal. I have a Chainer's Edict. Okay, I'll sack that. I can flashback Edict now. So can I draw something this turn, please? Lightning Bolt is not what I was looking for. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're gonna Edict this away. I'm in trouble. I can get out of this. I have a lot of good draws, but yeah, this is looking rough. I should have bolted that before. Damn, that was a mistake. Should have bolted that before attacking. Forgot about that they could just chump with that. Yeah, so I'm behind here. We flashback Edict and then hit for 8. I go to 12. They're at 26 and they've just gotten a lot of value out of all these Cascaders. Okay, I go to 12. Should have bolted the Llanowar Visionary. That might cost me the game. Jund doing its Jund thing. It's the danger of having Hydroblast in your deck. They have 2 cards in hand. I feel like I haven't been playing this deck that well the past league or two. I mean, like I said, I think it is difficult to play, so can't be too hard on myself. Well, that's a target I can bolt, but the 2 for 1. Just like everything in that deck. All right, I mean, I need to draw something now. Like, basically need to draw a card advantage spell. Going to 4. They have 2 cards in hand. They might be removal spells as well. Basically dead here. If I draw a Scred, I can deal with Dino. There's 2 Screds left. Augur is good. Preordain. Okay. Pieces of the puzzle. Bottom. Wow. Thought I was going to win that game for sure. When I had Snake in play, plus Dispel, Hydroblast, Counterspell in my hand, and then I lost. I mean, I just didn't find anything for too long of a time. I mean, I sided out Brainstorm, so it's kind of my own fault, but Hydroblast is, yeah, it counters Boarding Party, but it's looking kind of weak. Might just want a Lightning Bolt instead. I don't even know if they have Pyroblast, to be honest. Don't know if I want Giga Drowse either. Don't think I need it. All right, let's go. Dispel seems great. Snap Keep. Double Mountain is awkward, but we have Double Augur, which is just a fantastic card in this matchup. We have a Preordain. Let's go bottom, top. Take a Fjord. Then I get to go turn 2 Augur, turn 3 Augur. We're guaranteed to hit on both because we're good. Like, this is guaranteed. See, 1 guaranteed. Bolt, that's exactly the spell I wanted. We got him. We got him. This deck just like foretells Packmate on 2 all the time. That's like all that deck can do. Guaranteed to hit. Pieces of the puzzle. That's a sweet one. Just play Fjord. Attack for 1. Really well protected against Edict. I probably just want to go pieces plus Tapland next turn. They can play a Wolf here. I guess I can go Bolt plus pieces next turn. there was this old blue-red control deck when Mystic Sanctuary was still legal, and it only played 4 Augur, no other way to win. And then it played Mystic Sanctuary and Ghostly Flicker, so you could flicker Augur plus Mystic Sanctuary to put Ghostly Flicker back on top of your deck to stop from milling. And then you could also just be flickering, like, I don't know, random lands and augurs for value and build up a bunch of counter spells and then just not mill out. It was pretty dumb. Okay, let's go land bolt. I will just cast pieces here, I think. Seems like the time to do it. Okay, I think I want to put that Frantic Inventory in the graveyard, especially because there's 2 great hits in pieces and counterspell. So let's take those, hit for 2. And yeah, looking great here. It's definitely not over. Opponent has 8 cards in hand right now, and they have 1 of each color of mana, so they're kind of doing their thing. But so am I. I still have 6 cards in hand, 2 creatures on board, lots of lands, more card advantage. So yeah, looking good for us as well. Another Frantic Inventory. Well, I think I like just leaving up counter and leaving up double Frantic Inventory. So let's attack with both, play a Fjord, and then pass the turn. And then if they don't do anything, I just double inventory. And if they go for something like a Bonders, probably just counter it. But maybe I just don't even care about Bonders as well. Wholesome Marasa? I almost think I just don't want to use a counter on this. Like, yes, they get to gain 6 and then recast a wolf, but I can just bolt that. I know they get to get wolf back, draw a card and everything, but I don't want to use my counter on that. I'd rather save counter to like protect my Serpentine Curves. And again, I already have an answer for wolf. Edict. Okay. They didn't even want a castle if they're going to foretell it. I get to draw so many cards here. Draw 2, then draw 3. Sweet. Now I get to go curve with counterspell up. Let's do it. Gonna have to discard a card here, but that's fine. Make an 8/8. Could have played pieces instead, but this seems relatively safe. They have to have double like terminate / cast down to be able to kill this right now. Then even if that's the case, it's not the end of the world for me. I have only 1 Frantic left in my deck. I have 2 more pieces of the puzzle, or no, 1. I have 2 in hand. I thought I had 1 in hand. All right, let's counter this. And again, if they have another thing, it's fine. They do. Then they can cast a wolf. But I have 2 more pieces and a counterspell. I like running out that first curve like that. I think that's good. Okay, let's go start with pieces, I think. And then probably just bolt this. There's Fling. Okay, let's take Fling. I have to take Fling because I don't want it to go to the graveyard. Let's take Fling plus Curve, obviously. And then let's go tap land, lightning bolt this. I want to leave counterspell up also to play around duress. I actually do need to counter duress here. I don't think this snake is big enough to kill them yet. I really don't want to see duress, so they'll probably have it. Because whenever I say like worst case scenario, they have duress, they have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is a 14/14 right now. So that's not enough. But I can wait on it. All right, so they exile our yard, stopping our Frantic Inventory, draw 4, but that's fine. Now let's just go cycle this, get land, untap. Ooh, Augur of Bolas is actually good. So because I can go pieces plus augur. I guess I'll just augur first. Whoops. I probably will augur into pieces here though. Let's take counterspell. I'll still just pieces. I know I don't have double counter up, but I think this is fine. It sets me up better for future turns. Take pieces plus bolt. I can just bolt the packmate and attack. I think I like it. Just get that packmate out of there. Now I think my curve plus fling might be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's a 16, 16. So if I attack for 2 and put them to 16, it would be just enough, but I don't play around Weather the Storm. But the sooner I go for it, the earlier I get to play around Duress, or multiple Duresses, because I have to counter one. Black, black, green? Oh, Visionary? Sure. Visionary definitely resolves. I think I'm just playing pieces of the puzzle next turn. What is this? Cast Packmate. Oh, cast Penumbra Spider is fine. Doesn't really do anything. Both. This has been a long league. Shenanigans. It's funny. All right, let's go pieces of the puzzle. Still have 5, potentially 6 mana. So I might just be able to have lethal here. We have to count this out. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then if I just bin all of these, then I just have enough and they're tapped out. So let's just, I guess I can just take Dispel just in case, but there's nothing they can have, right? Let's just count it one more time. So this is going in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's one, even if I took 2, I would still have lethal, but I think I just take just Dispel, bin everything else, and then go curve into fling. I don't know why I took Dispel actually. But this still should be lethal. I could have just binned all 3 spells just to make sure, because it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I miscounted twice, but yeah, 19, 19. So I could have just taken 2 spells, but this fling plan is good actually. It's much, much better than I initially anticipated it being. Like when I first brewed the deck, people were like, well, what about fling? And I was thinking, nah, you don't need fling. Fling's terrible. But yeah, it's good. It's really good. All right, let's go round 4. Welcome to round 4. Camera still looks like it's like a little bit messed up here. Maybe this helps a little bit. I think it's just the lighting here. Let me try one thing. Get a little more light in the room. I think that's better. All right, let's keep this hand. We have some screds. Hopefully we are against a deck that plays creatures. Okay, Affinity again. Oh, this could be Brute Squad, but it's likely just to be Affinity just with a good draw. I don't even like preordaining here, honestly. I think I'm just going to cycle Ash Barrens right now. Oh, what? It could be mono white artifacts. Why would you play this? Is it Affinity with a Radiant Fountain? Now I just don't understand. I just don't fully understand now. Let's get Mountain. I mean, these Screds should be pretty good against a deck like this, right? I could Brainstorm Shuffle right now. Do I need all these Screds? Let's Brainstorm. Okay, Fling, you're out of here. Do not need Fling yet. And what's the other card that's going? Could just be one of these Screds. I like it. I can also redraw the Scred if I have to. But I don't know if I will. Might just shuffle. If I have to cast Scred. So I can just Scred the Thraben right now. Upkeep, shuffle with Ash Barrens, or just draw the Scred again. I don't really want them to be able to just Thraben so easily. I'd rather them bounce Prism. So I think I'm going to just Scred this now. You can't respond after this ability goes off because it doesn't target. It just return a permanent, not target permanent, which makes it a lot better. So they just bounce Prism. Oh, it's just Boros Monarch. Duh. It's just Boros Monarch. Should have realized that earlier. As soon as they played Core Skyfisher, I should have realized. So it's like a red-white deck. They often splash black for like a main deck, Reaping the Graves or something. Okay, now I guess drawing the Scred is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So now I get to go play Island, Scred this, and I think I just counterspell the Pathetic Prism. And then on my next upkeep, I am gonna have to shuffle because I don't want to draw that Fling, that's for sure. Oh, it's a Golden Egg. All right, that can resolve. Thought they were gonna slam Prism. Then oh, they didn't hit a land. Wow. All right, let's get Island. I'm gonna leave up counter again because I'm gonna counter Prism if they go for it. Another Brainstorm. Let's just go for Preordain here. I'll just save this Brainstorm for later. I mean, these look great. I could just ignore what they're doing because they're not doing that much. I think I'm going to. I'm going to go top, top, play Augur, and then play the Preordain that I draw right now. It's just so much value. I get to guaranteed hit on this Augur, which yes, I'm likely to hit anyway, but they bolt it. That is fine. They might think I'm still just like blue-red Fae or something. I'm going to take Preordain over Cannonade. Cannonade's not even that great against them. I mean, all my cards are good, so I don't really need to brainstorm stuff away. But maybe Ash Barrens is still just better than Fjords. Just go bottom, top, go. Because now I can choose to shuffle with this Ash Barrens or not, depending on what I want to do. Prism. They also have a clue on the table, which is whatever. Black mana. Oh, there's the Omen. Jeez. Really, it's really critical to counter the Omen. Because now they can start looping. God, that sucks. They usually only play one Omen for the late game. Alright, why don't I go... I can just Brainstorm Shuffle here and then play a tap land. Put back Fjord, Island, and then I can just get another island. I need to counter Omen next time they play it. I could also just counter a Core Skyfisher here. They're on such a low land count, but then they eventually get Omen, then they eventually get Core Skyfisher back, and it's just a bad loop. Let's just get Mountain, play it, pass. I'll just let them Core Skyfisher. They'll probably not even bounce Omen yet. Maybe I should just counter the Skyfisher. I don't care that much about them looping creatures later, I guess. I'll just counter this. They don't have another land. They don't get to do anything else this turn. They don't have Cult Dolphin Rebirth, do they? That'd be crazy. Another Omen? Wow. I've never seen somebody play 2 Omens main, but super grindy. I mean, it's also really slow, though, because if I just play a big curve at some point, it's going to be great. I think I just lead pieces right now. Scred, curve. I think I will brainstorm. Okay. So I can shuffle some stuff away, like maybe one of these scred. I just don't know if I need that many screds now. Let's just do these. Preordained bottom bottom. Is there any world where I want to top this Fjord and go 5, 6 mana, 7 mana next turn? I think actually there is. I could just top. Because then next turn I can go pieces into curve. Let's just bottom top. Yeah, because then next turn I have 7 mana again, so I can go play pieces, play curve. And then they need like terminates and stuff to kill my snakes. I mean, they kind of do anyway, but then my snakes get even bigger, and I just have a really efficient turn next turn. Get to play this and this. And like now if they Skyfisher bounce Omen, I'm just like, sure, you can just like do the thing. Like getting like incremental value, what they're trying to do here, just I think is good in the matchup because it allows them to keep playing like things that are threats, but ultimately I don't know if it matters enough. So we'll see. Pieces. I haven't played a Frantic Inventory yet, but I still think I take Inventory and Counterspell here. I could just bin this first Inventory and take a Bolt. I'll just do that. Now time to play a 14-14, go. Main deck Pyroblast? No. It's interesting that I didn't replay Omen getting back Thraben. Okay, they have Journey. So I have to be more careful with this second curve. I mean, I guess they're on 3 mana and I have a counter, so. And we draw another one. Another one. I guess they're saving Omen for after this Skyfisher supposedly dies. I think it's better to tap like this. Make a 15-15, and now I have Counterspell to protect, and I can play another curve next turn. And then I have one more curve to win with if I need to. No reason to bolt that Skyfisher yet. Again, they need Journey or Terminate or Cast Down, which I don't think they play Cast Down generally to kill this. And I think this should be a reasonable matchup, especially game one, because they just don't have that many answers to Snake. I guess they can chump and then flash an Omen and then try to replay Skyfisher and kind of go that route. But I can just honestly kill a Skyfisher here. So they don't have any blockers. And yes, they can flash an Omen and get it back, but then I can just counter the Skyfisher on the way back down if I choose. Or I can counter the Omen even, which is even better. What is this? Oh, strands? It's actually annoying. Okay. Wasn't expecting them to play strands there, but sure. Oh, there's a fling. There's a fling. Okay, nice. I do need to play around strands. I could have scred this now, but then they could just flashback strands, I guess. So this snake was a 15, and there's been two more cards. So this one will be a 17 as of right now. Let's see if they block and play strands. They're just going to play strands now named blue. So I just counter this, and then I just fling them. Shouldn't they have blocked? Nice. I think I am supposed to bring in Flaring Pain. Shenanigans can kill lands and just like annoying artifacts that they have. Don't think I want this. They seem to be a really grindy version. I still think I want removal for their creatures, even though we saw a double Omen. They probably just have 2 Omen in the deck. We saw Journey as well. Don't know how great Dispel actually is. I guess it can counter Pyroblast. It might have some number of Pyroblasts themselves. I could bring in Negate. Negate does counter all their like artifacts that cycle, which it is nice to be able to counter those. Just wondering if Dispel is good or if it's too narrow. And having one seems fine. I need to cut 2 more cards. It's tough to cyber with the deck now. I think the one Shenanigans is good at just being able to like kill their lands. Giga Drowse I don't think is good in this matchup. Definitely want Flaring Pain. It's just so good against specifically strands. Like they're gonna have to rely on strands in a lot of situations. So cut 2 cards here. What's bad? I could just cut 2 lightning bolts. I just need to keep the pressure off me long enough to not die. I could cut 1 brainstorm, 1 bolt. All right. This looks fine. One of the lists that I looked at that 5-0'd, it was actually a list. I don't know if I said earlier, but one of the 5-0, there was 2 curve decks that 5-0'd that got posted. One had Augur, one didn't. The one that had Augur actually did not have Snowlands and did not have Scred, which I thought was really interesting. But I think Scred is very, very good, and you probably want it. But yeah, it was interesting that they only had 4 bolts. Wow, turn 1 Thraben. I think we can just start evolving wilds for Island. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. I didn't play great versus Hamuto. Let's see if we can win this match and then maybe 4-1 the league. Prism. All right. Prism's annoying. Just going to leave up counter here. If they go for Skyfisher, I'm going to counter it. Lone Missionary. That's fine. Maybe I was supposed to counter just because it's a 2-1. They're just trying to put pressure on me. They don't have a land? I can go Brainstorm Shuffle here. Brainstorm, I can get rid of a land and maybe a Preordain. Kind of want both these pieces for the long game. Can't shuffle away 2 lands. All right, let's do this. Let's get Mountain, but I think I need to go play Island, play Preordain, leave up counter again. I can take some damage here. Oh, let's go. They missed a land drop and I can kill this. Preordain is good, but is it good enough? I think it is good enough. Top, top. I have counter. Crack Clue. I'll definitely counter this because I don't want them to hit lands. So I think it's a pretty easy counter. They probably should have cracked Clue instead of playing this. They already have a Prism. I'll take 3, and now I get to kill land. And then if they miss on lands now, it's pretty bad for them. Do I leave up counter or do I preordain? Just leave up counter. If they miss on lands here, I can also Dread Shenanigans, kill Clue. As funny as that is. I'm taking a bunch of damage, so maybe that's not worth, but doesn't seem that bad. Bolt me? Okay, well, I'm not going to Dread Shenanigans. I guess I can just bolt this. I can just Shenanigans this. Yeah, let's do it. Then go preordain. I actually need this bolt. I don't need Dispel, because I can bolt there 2-1. No, I don't want to dredge. Yeah, I guess if they want to, if they eventually draw a land and then crack Clue, I guess that's fine. Okay, Windscarred Crag. Now I wasted a Shenanigans. I go to 6, so I'm kind of in trouble, funnily enough. It's not dredge. There's a Scred. Bolt this. Pass the turn. I could pieces here, but I think I like just leaving up counter because this is a pretty critical turn. Wow. They draw a land, but it's an artifact land. If they have like multiple burn spells, I might just die. Which would be a pretty unfortunate end to this game. Lightning bolt me. Just gonna counter it. Bolt me. Wow. Don't even know if I can Dread Shenanigans to kill this. Guess I can just take a hit and go to 1. I'm in trouble. I don't know. I don't know if this is right. Very well might be incorrect. I just get too greedy with the shenanigan dredges a lot of times, I think. Okay. Perfect time to hit 1 spell, right? Right when we need stuff. Bolt me. Wow. All right, well, they kept in all their bolts. They might have Pyroblasts as well. I did not expect that. Do I have any of this stuff in? Like any number of cannonades? Could I have 1 cannonade coming in? It's just so weird. Could side out Brainstorm and just have more action spells. Just do something like this. I don't want too many Hydroblasts. Can't believe they have so many. They're just going aggro against me because they think they can't win the late game. I should have just, if I just countered the Lone Missionary, I think I would have won that game. This deck is really tough to play. No Augurs to be seen to just hold down the ground. I think that's another reason why Augur is so good. It's because imagine if I had an Augur that game, I would have just been totally fine. All right, this hand looks good. I can turn 1 Ash Barrens, turn 2 Augur, or turn 2 leave up Counterspell. They're on 6. I think this is a good matchup for us. That deck does seem to mulligan a fair amount. I know going to 4 is obviously unfortunate, but just the fact that you need this balance of lands, like Prism effects, and then core Skyfisher effects, / Thraben, type stuff. Like you need a mix of stuff that it makes it more likely you have to mulligan hands. So they're probably going to keep 4, put back 3 cards. They're just deciding what to put back. But yeah, that deck, I have faced it and I've played it a little bit, and it does seem like the mulligan rate is higher than something like Boros Bully. So maybe that's why it kind of fell out of favor. All right. Do I leave up counter on 2? for like a prism. I don't think I'm going to. They're on such a low mulligan. It's like if they prism on 2, sure. Might as well just get my augur down, and then I can leave up counter after this. Wow, are you serious? All right, now with that miss, it's time for the hypergeometric calculator, right? Let's go to it and let's look at our augur odds if we can. Population size 60, successes in population 35 instant and sorceries, sample size is 3, success in sample is 1. So let's see what our actual chance to hit on augur is. 93.2. Damn, 93% chance to hit on augur, miss. I mean, I guess 7 out of 100 times you miss. There's Garrison. Okay, I'm happy I didn't leave up counter. Pieces? Do I just jam? Do we jam pieces? Came to jam. Let's take both of these. Attack for 1. Pass. Yeah, the hypergeometric calculator is cool because you can like before I could get a rough sense if I'm like, okay, over the next 3 draw steps, what's my probability to draw land? But now I'm able to actually just like calculate it using the hypergeometric calculator, so it's pretty cool. What is this? Like a Bonders or something? 3 mana? Most things in that deck do not cost 3, they cost 2. Are they deciding between 2 3-drops? No, they're trying to play a 2-drop? They don't do anything. Interesting. All right, I think I like leaving up counter now because they haven't done anything. Maybe they're leaving up Pyroblast instead of playing like a random 2-drop or something. I don't really know, but I like leaving up counter now instead of playing another augur because if I don't need to counter something, I can go frantic inventory. So yeah, I like this. Oh, they're just putting strands into the yard. Okay. They just want it in the graveyard, and this deck actually doesn't have Faithless Looting and or Thrilling Discovery like Boros Bully does, so that's why they only play 2 copies of Strands. Another 3-mana play? Core Skyfisher bouncing land? I'm gonna just let this resolve and just Lightning Bolt it. They're not getting actual card advantage out of it now, which is what I'm talking about. Like, if they don't have a Pathetic Prism effect, it's just like pretty awkward for them. Yeah, just let them return planes. It's fine. Are they gonna go planes, play like another Core Skyfisher? Oh, they just go Heath. Okay. Well, now I get to go Bolt plus Frantic Inventory. End of turn. And then if I draw an island, I can play an augur. Oh, they're flashing back strands. Duh. Okay, that's fine. I get rid of strands for like nothing basically. We draw a fjord. Sweet. There's an island. Okay, let's go play island. Play augur. Then I think I just kill this now. I think I take pieces of the puzzle. I'd like to draw some more cards. Thank you. And then get in there with the augurs. Augur has seemed very good. I think I like it in the deck. Yeah, we've had some pieces where we hit 1 card, but I think your chances of hitting 2 on pieces is still high enough, even with 4 non-hits on pieces, that it's worth. Negate. Let's go. Negate is solid. They were just on a multi-4 here, so I'll probably still lose this game. Let's go pieces. Pyroblast. I'll just dispel that if that's the case. I know I don't have my other counters up now, but I'd rather resolve pieces. Another Pyroblast? No. I think I take pieces plus teach and then just play both of those next turn. Seems pretty good to me. Teach honestly is good. I want to go back up to 2. Could also play 3 Augur of BOLAS, but I think I like 4. Could go down 1 Bolt in the main. Could go down 1 Brainstorm. Guardian of the Guild pack, sure. Can't lie, that is annoying. Let's go play Island. Let's go play Teach. Play Pieces. Copy it. Take Curve plus Pieces here, I think. Then on the second one, take Curve plus Fling. And pass the turn with Counterspell and or Negate up. And they're at 15. Do I have to count? I think I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 13-13. I'm just going to let this resolve as well. Doesn't really do anything. Guardian of the Guild pack doesn't actually stop Snake because Snake is 2 colors, which is actually pretty good for it. Glinthawk. They're just playing a bunch of flyers. They only have 1 card left after this. All right. I'll counter now. Put another spell in the yard. It might just be dead now. Because now I just go curve. I forgot how much it is actually. 14. So now I just attack with both. They can block 1, they go to 14, and then I just fling them with Hydro Blast up. Can they stop a flame? With 2, oh, they have 3 mana? Oh, so I guess I don't go for fling. So I'll just pass. They took both? Interesting. Radiant Fountain. Could just go for fling now, but I just don't need to. I can just curve again plus fling next turn. Plus they have to just chump Fractal with Guardian. Again, it doesn't actually stop it. Now, even if they chump Fractal, they take 2 here, or they're going for Strands. So I can negate the first copy, or I can just let it happen and just wait to win until next turn. They have to name blue here. Might as well just negate. And they can flashback Strands. They have 0 cards. And they're not actually dead if they flashback Strands. They should block. You should block first here because they need Strands to resolve anyway. They choose blue. Okay. Now I just play another snake, and that should do it. They were just on a mulligan to 4 here, so just unfortunate for them. I think the dog is trying to say goodnight. Oh. What's up, dude? You going to bed? Good boy. All right. And we got him. Nice. Nice. After playing not so tight against Hamuda, we advanced to 3-1, and I'll see you in the last round. All right, 5th and final round with this UR curve deck in this long league. Let's play first. Keep this hand. This hand looks fine. Interaction, card advantage, snake. Name of the game. I've been like recently I've been like buying versions of cards that I like, and after doing that, oh god, the black decks can be tough for us. Um, After buying the versions of cards that I like, it's like hard to go back to just buying the cheaper versions of cards. I'm like, oh, well, now I always want the good version. All right, they know about Mountain, but I still want to just leave up counter in case they like just try to jam Augur or something. I mean, we're in the 3-1 bracket. This is likely just blue black Fey. It's kind of taking over the format right now. I feel like blue black Fey is the best position deck at the moment. Preordained. And if I fire off a counterspell, is that just like ultra greedy? I think so. It's so tempting because what if they just don't have a land and then they're just like, shit, I can't do anything. They bottom bottom. Is this like what happened to me? Yes, this is exactly what happened to me. I kept tap land preordained on the draw and didn't hit. Wow. Now they just have to discard. I'm just gonna fire off a piece of the puzzle now. I could just leave up counterspell again, and if they go for another cantrip, just counter it. I think I'm actually gonna do that. Let's go. If they preordain, I'll just fire off a counterspell. Just keep them held down on mana, basically. They could get brainstorm locked, but I just don't want them to draw any lands, so just fire off a counterspell, even though it's not great. All right, let's go pieces. I mean, I mean, they could have a lot of snuff outs, but I can just take Snake Snake. Maybe taking Snake plus inventory. I really do tax their removal by taking Snake Snake. Okay. Go ahead. Start this snake train here. If they don't have a cantrip, then they might just not have any lands. They could still have like 2 or 3 snuff out in their hand and just be totally fine. Fairy Seer. Okay. Not gonna bolt it yet, but I will bolt it end of turn. I don't want them to like scribe and like maybe be like, okay, well, bottom bottom. Okay, they might just never find a land. Oh, messed up, misclick there. I do have a draw too, but I'm still just gonna snake here. Leave up Scred. Wow, I mean, I guess they could snuff out at any time. Wow. Did they just not have snuff out in their hand? Bottom bottom? And no land? My god, that's unlucky. Really unfortunate for the opponent, honestly. Just spread this. I'm just gonna play another snake, I think. Well, now I can go inventory into snake. Makes it bigger, and I get to draw cards. Okay, well. Now I don't even think I'm gonna play another snake this turn. Just leave up counter. Yeah, I'll just leave up counterspell. I still get to play counterspell and an ancestral recall. Like, how many times can I say ancestral recall in this Pauper League? Just counter this. I just want to work through all their snuff outs. Why would they take 6 and then snuff out? That doesn't make sense to me. A lot of times they only have like 2 cast down, 4 snuff out, or 3 or 4 snuff out. A lot of times, like, that's all the answers they have to snake, in the main at least. Maybe a chainer's Augur of BOLAS resolves. They can still fight back if they're able to survive, but I mean, I get to start playing good snakes. Okay, there's a Spell Pierce. This, oh no, I was gonna say this could be Blue Black Delver, but obviously they've played 2 Fairy Seers, so it's definitely not. All right, do I scred this? Why don't I just lead on a Rainstorm? Can put back Fjord plus Scred. And then go play Ash Barrens, play Augur, take the Scred, and then play a curve after I attack. They got so incredibly unlucky in this game. They still have a chance, but not a big chance, but they still have a chance. The problem is I have 2 lethal creatures now. They have a Spell Pierce in hand, which just doesn't really do anything. Yeah, that was just not a great game. That sucks. Right. Negate. Pyroblasts. Dispel. Gigadrowse isn't bad either. Cannonades also are pretty good. So many cards. I do like setting out cantrips in this matchup because of Fairy Seer. 3 cannonades might just be too much. Maybe just 2 is fine. Can side out like a bolt or 2, especially since I'm bringing in Pyroblast and a cannonade. It's a little bit greedy, but I don't want too much of that effect. If you just get like flooded on removal spells, it can be not that great. Teach is kind of awkward. Well, it's fine. I don't know if it's that good. Definitely need Fling, especially if I'm bringing in the Gigadrowse. Do I just want to keep the Teach? I mean, it is good value. It's just kind of hard to set up. I think I want Gigadrowse. I can also just tap down their team and attack, potentially. Can cut a Preordain, a Bolt. Could go down to 3 Augur. Is cutting an Augur correct? Blocks Ninja, but that's about all it blocks. All right. It's just such good card advantage in the matchup. It's like a free. I mean, it's like a 2 mana draw card. Draw, like, look at the top 3, take a spell, and get a free 1/3, which is just like exactly what you want. It also plays around Edict. It seems crazy to side out. I do generally like Cannonade, but maybe it's just not good enough. It's gotta be. All right, just play around spell stutter a bit more. Take out more 1-drops. Super greedy to go down that low on cantrips, but just like I definitely want to be the bigger control deck and just like have a bunch of gas for like when I draw my entire deck here. Because a lot of times this matchup will go really long. These blue mirrors sometimes just they go so long in this format. All right, see if we can 4-1 this thing. Yeah, Sand looks fine. Looks pretty good actually. They kept 7. How lucky. I love these duels in Pauper that have basic land types and their snow. It's just like exactly I think what kind of brought Pauper to like another level. These are like so nice to have. Just good with a lot of things. Scred, Spire Golem, Snuff Out. It makes a massive, massive difference. Okay. Nice. So they preordain top. There's Evolving Wilds. Augur of BOLAS. I'm going to snap off a counter. Fetch first and then Augur. Makes sense. That was like the easiest Augur read I've ever seen. I can just resolve pieces of the puzzle here. I have to play Ash Barrens, which I don't love. Let's just play a frantic inventory end of turn. I'm really not trying to combo till later. Right, they get their augur. Sure. Got to be careful about spreading with an evolving wilds in play. Duress. Don't like seeing that. They're not going to play it right now? Wow. They're going to wait on duress. That is interesting. I don't know if that's right. Shouldn't they just duress? They're going to spell pierce? They might have spell pierce. I could play around that by playing Ash Barrens. Why would they not duress? They have to have spell pierce, right? They didn't want to spell pierce this. We saw spell pierce in game 1. Why don't I just lightning bolt this right now? I think this is actually a pretty safe line, and then play a Fjord pass. And then I can cycle both Ash Barrens end of turn if I don't want a Frantic Inventory. I'm putting them on Spell Pierce in hand. So we know about Spell Pierce and Duress. Like they didn't even think like about playing Duress. They were just like, nope, not gonna do it. So that means they like probably have Spell Pierce. I think I just let this happen because if they have Spell Pierce, I go for inventory, they counter it, and then they take pieces of the puzzle. It's pretty bad for me. So I think I'm just gonna like let this duress resolve. They probably take pieces of the puzzle, and then I can just play around Spell Pierce with my inventory and just not be greedy on it. Just wait like as long as possible, basically. Speaking of, I think I used this art of duress, but I think I need to change up my art. There's that like dude at the table, which I like better. Okay. Again, I'm putting them on Spell Pierce, so I'm not jamming my Frantic Inventory into a Spell Pierce, that's for sure. Gonna just cycle both Ash Barrens here. Get Mountain Island. Okay, they could have counter as well now, so there's nothing I can do to play around that. They one top, one bottom. It's only a draw 2 at this point anyway, but still. Okay, there's Preordained. It's fired off. Bottom, bottom. Just don't need these right now. I should have played an untapped land there to play around Spell Pierce. Now I just can't really play this. It's fine though. Kind of want to just wait anyway. Okay, Thorn. I can't counter this, but I might as well inventory now. There's negate. All right, I think I'll scred this. They do have the Monarch, which is not good for me. Definitely in trouble. Oops, it's not F6. This is definitely a bad matchup for us. They have 0 mana removal spells that just kill our snake. It's just like I said, Blue Black Fae is just so well positioned in the meta right now. It's been taking down so many challenges, albeit in the hands of a lot of good pilots, but still. I think I just need to counter this. Augurs are just too much value in this matchup. I need to fight here. As bad as this is for me. Again, I still think they have Spell Pierce, so at least I can play around that. Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay, I got nothing left. They don't either, but they have one big thing. That's the Monarch. Another Hydroblast? Jeez. If they have a ninja, I'm just super dead. their draw just seemed pretty good here. Thorn, they had a Duress, 3 Augurs. They hit there. Pyroblast. I suppose I keep playing, but I think I lose here. Especially they go preordained, they have 6 cards in hand. I mean, there's almost no reason to keep playing against this. Like, don't think there's anything I can do. They've already drawn 3. I mean, honestly, I hate the Monarch. I think it should be banned in Pauper. I just don't think it's well designed for 1v1 games. Like, it leads to a lot of non-games, and you really saw that in Fall from Favor. But even though the other Monarch cards don't see play in high numbers, when they're good, it just like leads to this situation that it's made for multiplayer because it's a commander effect. It's like made it's a commander product. So it's just like if they ninja here, I'm just gonna concede. Oh, this is a. I mean, I don't guess I shouldn't concede yet, but they can replay Augur next turn. Yeah, I just really don't like Monarch as a mechanic in 1v1 games. I guess the Monarch creatures kind of act in a weird way, like this weird Planeswalker and Pauper. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. We just ran out of gas there. The Duress take pieces was just too much. Okay. We have triple Pyroblast. We still have 6 Lightning Bolt / Scred effects. We have the Flame. We have the Negate. Double Dispel. Giga Drowse even. Giga Drowse is only going to be good in the late game. I don't even know about Cannonade as well. It's not that good. Like they probably even sided out some number of Fairy Seers. I'm just gonna try this. Reserve Cannonade for like Boros Bully and Elves and stuff, and just try just with 1 Cannonade. It's just really not that incredible in this matchup. I always like think it should be good. Like, well, I can mop up like multiple like Fairy Seers and Spell Stutter Sprites, and it just never happens. This hand's not that great, but at least I have 3 land drops and some interaction, so let's see if they mold a 4 again. It's my best chance. Best chance for the 4-1. Keep a bad hand, make them mold a 4. See if they're going to keep 6. My guess is they will. What you got? They keep. Okay. I'm going to Ash Barrens, get a mountain. Opponent playing fast, which I like to see. We're just going to continue to hit land drops here. I've somehow used like no time off my clock. I guess because game 2 I didn't really take that many actions. Okay, they didn't play anything. Okay, I only have 1 red source right now. Just kind of awkward. They're not really doing anything either. They're missing land drops, but I'm about to as well. Okay, never mind. I can make a 1/1 snake. I've never done that, and I don't think I ever will. Spell Stutter Sprite. Let's go for Scred end of my turn. If they like untap and like go Swamp Thorn or like any land Monarch, it's just gonna be so annoying. Okay, they miss on lands. Just pass. The way they paused originally when I passed the turn and there's a black source. It's annoying. I thought they might have Spell Stutter Sprite is what I'm trying to say. I mean, having all these Pyroblasts is good, right? Top. Just keep a mono interaction hand. We're trying another Pyroblast next turn. Sure. See if they miss a land drop or have anything to play here. Easiest counter. You really want to counter the augurs, not kill them, because you don't want them to draw a card off it, obviously. If they play a counter spell, do I Pyroblast? Or do I Dispel? I think I Pyroblast. Yeah. Because then I keep Dispel for black removal spells. Also, I can play out a 5/5 snake here. Let's go. The Gurmag Angler, it's annoying, but I can scred that. Obviously, a 5/5 snake is not that good, but it's just the timing of everything. It seems like a good time to play it. What a funny game here. Both of us just have so much interaction that neither of us like play any spells. We just each only have interaction. That's it. Cast Ninja resolves. I'll try to scred this. I still have a Dispel up to protect my Fractal. I guess they could go for Spell Stutter Spray here, which would be annoying. Counter spell. I'm gonna let that resolve and then just untap and scred it again. Let's go Preordain first. Bottom, top. Scred this and attack for 5. It's like my 4 mana Gurmag Angler here. But my future snakes that I draw are going to be pretty big. Let's see if a 5/5 with a bunch of interaction is enough to get the job done. My guess is it won't be, but at least it like puts some type of pressure on them. If they play a Monarch card here, like a Thorn, I'm just like so screwed. Gurmag Angler. Okay, I can't kill it. It's annoying that this is a 5/5. Frantic Inventory. Probably should have tapped one mountain on that inventory. Don't think I'm going to attack, because I could draw more screds. It's okay, I still have all my spells up right now. So feeling pretty safe. I'll let that resolve. Yeah, 5/5 snake, just not quite good enough. And this is game 3, going for the 4/1. Blue Black Bay making it tough on us. They top on Preordain. Ugh. Do not like to see that. We just draw land at a critical time. That is not good. Need to draw Frantic Inventory and pieces of the puzzle. Dispel this. Counterspell. I think I Pyroblast. I could keep Pyroblast for more Augur of Bolas, but I'd rather have Negate for more black removal spells, so let's just Pyroblast that. Hydroblast the Pyroblast. Okay. They have 1 card left. Okay. 5/5 versus 5/5. They have 2 cards in hand. We have 0. Although we have a Frantic Inventory in the yard, and we have a bunch of pieces of the puzzle in our deck. I'm going to block here because I want to play around Ninja. They can just recast a Gurmag. I'm going to block though. F6. And they're going to hardcast Ninja? No. Classic. Could not have been a better time to draw fling. That's pretty funny. All right. We draw fjord, fjord, fling, land in the last four draws. That's pretty bad. Looks like they just drew a land themselves, but I think we're winning the draw bad cards battle here. Okay, maybe not. It's pretty close. We're both drawing bad. What a funny match. Ninja. Okiba Gang Shinobi. Say goodbye, Fling. Okay, maybe not. Let's play it on upkeep. Keep our Fling around. Got him. Got their 5-mana 3/2. That's one of the first hard cast Shinobis I've ever seen. Let's play this now. They could counter it, but deck, please. Why? Why you gotta do this, deck? I'm gonna cycle Ashburns just to thin. Wow, they're drawing a lot of lands too. This is so funny. I can't believe we just drew land, land, fling, land, frantic inventory, land, land. Incredible. Okay, okay. There's a counter. They have to have something. They probably have Snuff Out in hand. Maybe Spell Pierce. I don't like soft counters that much in general, like in this format, because of stuff like this. You don't want to draw Spell Pierce late. Time to count. They're at 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a 15, 15. 1, 2, 3. Let's just count the non spells. 1, 1, 2. So it is a 15, 15. All right. Let's go. Now if they play a removal spell, I go Fling with counterspell backup. That was from like a bunch of bad draws in a row to a couple good ones in a row. Now they need double counter, which I don't think they have. For the 4/1, there's Hydro Blast. Let's counter it. Another Snuff Out in hand as the last card. Got him. Oh, it was awesome. Nice. Did not think we were winning that game after that string of bad draws, and then we just drew. Okay, so let's go through it one more time. It was Fjord, Fjord, into, or was it 3 lands in a row? Did I draw an island at some point? I think it was Fjord, Fjord, Frantic Inventory, but then draw 2 more lands off that, and then draw a counterspell. Oh no, it was, oh yeah, Fjord, Fjord, no, Fling first, then double Fjord. I don't even know. I don't even remember. But it was a lot of bad draws in a row into basically counterspell into snake when we already had the fling, and it was exactly the big enough snake to get there, and we got the 4/1. So nice. Got a couple QPs, got 5 chests, got some play points for my troubles. The deck felt great. I did really like Augur. Augur felt solid in the list. I mean, we missed on Augur once or twice. But again, we have like a 93% chance to hit on Augur with 35 spells. Doesn't get much better than that. I mean, we have 21 lands, 4 Augurs, and the rest are hits. I like Teach by Example. Maybe 1 is the correct number. I think you do want 1. Being able to double fling in the late game seems really important to me, like especially against a deck like Jund, where they can like weather the storm, go up to like 40 life. You want to be able to like fling copy it as you draw like your entire deck. It's possible to have two flings as well, but I really liked Augur. I think I would play this version moving forward. I'm still not sold on Brainstorm. I don't love it. It's still it was pretty decent for me that league. I was able to do like a lot of Brainstorm shuffles, or like Brainstorm you can cast Augur, Brainstorm you can cast pieces. So there's a lot of combos with it. Um, I'm not playing Thought Scour right now, which is notable. I just like feel like there's no room for it between like these 8 removal spells, then the fling teach that I want, curve, counterspell pieces, inventory. It's like that's so much of the deck. Like look at the cards that like are not that I think like from the way it's built are not cuttable. There's so many like must includes. I don't know what's up with my mouse. It's pretty annoying. My mouse is not usually this bad, but let's just bear with me for a second. I think like everything over here is kind of like the core of the deck. If I can click, I'm not really trying to show you these cards that are, I think, the core that you really want all of them. I'm trying to show you these cards. I think 21 lands feels like a good number. You could go down to 20, but you really do want to continue to hit land drops. And I think these are like the flex slots. Then Augur really impressed me. I don't know, I don't even think Fling is cuttable. I think Teach could be cut, yes. And Dispel, even just one Dispel is great. But these are like the flex slots in the deck. Brainstorm seems great. You want more cantrips than just 4 Preordain. You could play Ponder instead, but I think like the deck is starting to be figured out. These are all seem like must includes, and these are cards you could change short by mana value. And yeah, the deck looks great. I don't know about the sideboard, but the sideboard seems pretty solid as well. Could cut 1 or 2 of bolts, play like 1 or 2 of braids, just have more main deck answers to artifacts. But yeah, deck felt great. Got the 4-1, only losing to Hamuda. So yeah, really fun league. Thank you for watching my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Please subscribe, like this video, ring the bell, do it all. Thank you so much. Till next time. Peace.